Well, this reading is going to be about Nicki Minaj and Lil Kim because Deb, who is Nicki's manager or who is Nicki's manager or she was with her on tour and whatnot, has said that she has literally on her own without Nicki's approval or accord tried to reach out to Lil Kim and try to make amends with her on Nicki's behalf without you know telling Nikki about it. And once Nikki knew about it, she told her that she should not have done shit like that. Lil Kim basically said that, she owes me shit. She did this and this and that. Lil Kim was against it. Nikki was also against it once she knew. She was like, don't do shit on my behalf because why are you doing that? They're gonna think that I sent you, but I literally do not care for all that shit. And well, we've been saying that people just always do shit behind Nikki's back while they're in her camp, but they're always shooting the messenger. So yeah, Deb has made that public and said that in an interview. So Nikki has also gone to her Twitter and just said what she said about it all, saying that I'm not gonna do that, I'm not gonna do shit like that, and I don't need people basically kind of like speaking up for me and everything. If she wants something, then she's gonna make it work, which is actually very true. So I just want to clearly and quickly, very quickly see the energy and the energies between Lil Kim and Nicki Minaj and how they feel, about one another and whatnot. So let us see, how does Nicki Minaj feel about Lil Kim? Oh, let's see how does. Oh, okay, that's crazy. Because Nicki sees. Oh, okay, girl. Let's see. Nikki sees her as someone who is kind of who has become redundant and someone who has worked hard, definitely has paved the way. Nikki has never like shied away from admitting that or saying that and giving her props. She has never not said that. She has never discredited her or anything, which is still evident in this spread for me because she has worked hard, she has paved the way, she has done a lot, she has done everything out there for women to just be more comfortable in what they're doing now, myself included, basically. But at the same time, she's like, your time's been up. So I don't know what you're trying to do. She definitely sees her as someone who is still living the fantasy and who is delusional enough to not see how people are not fucking with her anymore, how people, are not rocking with her, how they don't see her on that high throne no more, even though they're always saying that she's their inspiration and whatnot. Nikki is basically like, they're doing it to spite me. They're doing it in spite of me, which is halfway true sometimes, especially with the people that she falls out with. But most of the time, people do it because we still can. Like, come on. But she definitely sees this as people like wanting to always do shit and say shit about Lil Kim just to kind of spite her in the middle of the conversation and just do shit against her. She definitely sees her as someone who is just all over the place, who has lost that spark, who is trying to gain that balance and regain control over her career, but her career has been that. And then Nicole, like those bars that she was whacking the fuck out of Kim with, she definitely still sees them and thinks them until this day. So she's like, you're bad news. Why are you doing this? Why are you trying to just get off of something just off of me and with me? Like, you are a star or you were a star, but you don't have, you're overworked, you're underpaid, you're not having all of that, you're not getting all that, so why are you trying to do all this now? Why are you trying to attach yourself to me? There is that type of imbalance there between them, but there's definitely that energy of just like, I looked up to you, I still got inspired by you, but you don't have to be mentioning me to just kind of get those hopes up and get the money running up, because that is simply not true and that is simply not going to happen. She definitely sees her as someone who want to play those games but who does not have the proper tools for it to be happening and who is running low on cash. She definitely found that funny and interestingly even funnier that she just wanted to mention her and had to mention her when she wanted to be like, oh, I would definitely do a versus with Nicki Minaj. She's like, out of all people, you just wanted to do that with me out of all your peers. So she found that funny because like you're that conflicted and you're that low on money that you just want to do that with me knowing that you're gonna get washed. Well, we love a confidence queen, okay. She's definitely kind of realizing how Kim feels like when people just try to discredit her too. It's like now I see where you're coming from. Now I see all that. She knows that if they actually just kind of like made proper amends, they could have been like a force to be reckoned with. Fuck, reckoned with. Sorry. She knows that, but it's like there's too much going on, too much gossip. There has been a lot of fake shit that's been happening, a lot of shit like that. So she definitely doesn't see her as a real person, you know. She definitely sees her as a phony person. But if they might, you know, if they might have a proper conversation about the past, about the chances that were missed, about the insecurities, about everything, about like, you know, everything all together, there might be a chance for just, you know, amends to be made properly. But Nikki's too careless. And she finds her to be too careless as well, and she finds her to be like too arrogant or all up in her head, thinking about a lot of shit. Like, okay, you gave the culture a lot, but at the same time, you know, I see right through you. And what's crazy is like there are a lot of crazy similarities between the two, but it's because of those that they both clash together as well. Both of their personalities just kind of clash together even more, you know. So let's see. How does Kim feel about Nicki? How does Kim feel about Nicki Minaj? Oh, well, she definitely sees her as, you know, that rising star who definitely is eating more than what she should be eating. Oh, well, that came that came out very strongly because she definitely feels that. She sees the moves that she be making. Sometimes she wishes that she made some of those moves too. Um, she definitely sometimes loses sleep over some of the shit that Nicki was telling her because she cannot let go of the past either. She cannot let go of the past either. She sees how Nikki gets treated and she's like, you're finally getting the same taste of the medicine that you made me taste and that you made me go through. She then sees her as someone who can get insecure and who is very insecure too, and who does not want to share the stage, does not want to share the spotlights, who just want to hog everything and just keep everything to herself. She definitely does feel that Nikki owes her shit and that Nikki should be thankful to her even more and show her more grace and mercy. That's crazy. Show her more grace and mercy because, you know, it's because of her that some of the odds are equal. It's because of her that a lot of shit has happened. But he only sees Nikki as someone who is just wanting all the goodies to themselves, who just want to be independent on her own, who just never want to share the throne, who just needs to be knocked down a little bit of her high horses. She definitely doesn't fuck with her too. But at the same time, there's a lot of rising conflicts. Like, okay, she sees the shit that she has done. She sees how strong she is, which is something that Nikki also sees in Kim. Like, she sees how strong she has been for the longest. But at the same time, it's like, okay, you're too strong. You need to, you know, allow people to help you. What's crazy is Nikki definitely sees Kim's insecurities, and Kim definitely sees Nikki's insecurities, which is always pushing me to say that they're so alike in a lot of shit, but they don't see it. But even if they will see it, that is one of the main reasons why they're always going to keep clashing together because it's like those similarities that can either put people together or pit them against one another. Okay. She definitely sees how you know she has made a lot of smart moves that have always kind of just made her benefit off of them a lot. She wishes that she could have made some of those too, but she also sees Nikki as someone who just does not want to give up, who just thinks that she's going to rule this for so long. She thinks that she can be the queen bee, but she is just a mean girl. She even sees Nikki as someone who dabbles into a lot of shit sometimes, who gets her head a lot more than just gassed up. She definitely sees her as someone who is like, you know, in her masculine energy and then like, you know, always thinking, always doing those boss moves and whatnot, but like, where is that Barbie image? What are you saying? Where did all that shit go? You know, she knows that Nikki. That's the thing about Kim. Like, she knows that Nikki is the one sitting on the throne. She knows that Nikki is the empress. She sees her as, you know, getting everything, wanting everything, and still never. She sees her as someone who is greedy, just always wanting shit to herself and whatnot, but not wanting to share with others. Therefore, it is creating huge dents for her, or in her shit, which is kind of making Kim look at her as in like, you owe me. But she knows that this shit has been over for a long time. It's just a question and a matter of pride and a matter of just like, you hurt me, you broke me, you made me lose sleep, you made me miss out on deals, you made me feel ridiculized, you made me feel this and that. You kind of snatched shit from under my feet, you snatched the rug from under my feet, bagged people from my camp. I'm seeing, like those celebrities that came up with Kim and who all just kind of turned into Nicki tens or just like turned towards Nicki now. It's like, you took everything from me. So, like doing kind of like repairing damages. I'm just like, you owe me all that reparation shit. Definitely lost her sleep over Nicki. Definitely cried. Definitely felt butthurt. Definitely felt broken. Definitely dealt with a lot of losses ever since Nicki came up there. So she is blaming Nicki on a lot of shit. And about a lot of shit that has happened to her and that has taken place because all of my hard work, everything just get discredited because of you. So you owe me shit like this. And she was kind of very clear or very much really talking about like, you owe me that shit and I want to have that battle with you because she knows and she knew that it would make her a lot of money that's kind of will make her feel set even more. But honestly and truthfully speaking, that just saved her a lot more of the embarrassment that she would have fucking felt after that. So yeah, at least like, do that versus with someone who is from your same generation and era, one of your peers, not her. Yeah, it's a lot of insecurities and just lots of cold shoulder and cold energy between them that could be healed if they would just have an open, proper conversation where their props would be given to one another just like that. It's because like they would give one another props, but they would do it within them and inside them and in their heads, but not, you know, vocally or like publicly. Especially when it comes to um Kim's part a little bit because there's a lot of brokenness here and lots of insecurities and lots of that cold energy. Like, I'm not gonna do that. It's either gonna be like documentized and filmed and whatever, and we're gonna just all move from all that, or we're not gonna just do that at all. And plus, there's a lot of shit that Nicki is also dealing with right now that is just kind of playing in her mind and just making her stagger backwards a little bit too. It's a lot of just still energy between the ladies. Let's see what's next for Little Kim and Nicki Minaj. So, well, just of course stubbornness, no passion, no nothing, nothing new. Of course, they're gonna keep making their own money. Of course, they're gonna heal both of them on their own separately because it's not together because both of them are not just gonna see eye to eye for now. Yep, lots of dissatisfaction, lots of sadness, a lot of just mental imprisonment and just negativity surrounding this whole thing and situation. It might be downgrades or get downgrades if they actually want to have that talk, but if not, then it's just gonna keep being weird, and a lot of people are just gonna keep playing meddlers in between and just get it even more fucked up and even more uh, messed up because they're not doing anything. They're just being sneaky. They're just being deceitful and just um, relaying lies to one another instead of the actual full truth. So it is not helpful at all. There is a chance for a new beginning for both of them if they want to have a conversation like proper grown-ups and adults instead of just having middlemen in the middle, even though those middlemen weren't even needed if they actually wanted to reach out to one another. But we know how it is within the rap game and we know how they feel and what they look like and their personalities. And we kind of got the gist for both ladies and how they would treat shit. So yeah, that shit just was completely unnecessary because if they wanted to, they would. And Deb has done nothing but just kind of, well, that's even more and just kind of reopen all the wounds that just are not, yeah, reopen all the wounds that just kind of are leading to his toxicity and insecurities being brought back up and all these memories and all that shit that is not just helpful and that is just making both of them just look at shit as in like, why would you do that? One is just feeling secure and the other is insecure, as in like wanting to leave the shit behind her, and the other one is just like, I'm way too good for this, and I'm way too rich for this, and I am just focusing on my goals and myself, and which is Nicki, focusing on the money that I'm getting. I'm just standing up for myself, challenging herself, doing a lot, also feeling possessive, also dealing with a lot of money issues. Well, not fully money issues, but as in like overspending sometimes, you just feel like something fishy is going on, while Kim is having like those conflicted emotions, those indecisions, those burdens to bear, all that shit that's she's having to deal with, and all those decisions that she's needing to be caught up with and making, and then need to just have that type of control, and then need to just have that strike of justice and feel like, okay, shit, I want something done for me too. I want something right and proper for me, but I am not getting that. So she ain't done nothing but just with all this shit, because she has had a hidden agenda of her own, and that is just something that is unnecessary and that wasn't done properly with a poor fucking execution, and that's only came to bite her in the ass right now. So yeah, I just wanted to see quickly the energy surrounding Lil Kim and Nicki Minaj, and well, yeah, I just wanted to see that ever since, Deb has said that online, and people just started like coming for her and swarming her, and then Nicki had to do all that. I just knew. But yeah, this is the Nicki and Lil Kim reading really quickly. I hope that it was nice and good. I might do, like some throwback readings about like, Foxy and Kim, and some about the rap, the other rap girlies or other stuff. But yeah, we'll see what might be done, because I am more free now, so I can do more readings and whatnot. But other than that, this was the Nicki Minaj and Lil Kim reading, and I hope that it was enjoyable and that we learned a thing or two about this whole situation. And may we meet another one. Bye bye.